Greetings, it's Eric Bakker, naturopath from New Zealand and author of Candida Crusher and formulator of the CanXida, that's with an X, CanXida dietary supplements. Thank you so much for checking out my video today. Today we're going to continue on with dysbiosis, but we're going to talk about the most effective natural treatment for dysbiosis. What can you do to nail this thing? How can you get your digestive system in really nice condition? How can you overcome these awful signs and symptoms of inconsistent bowel motions, bloating, gas, bad breath, candida, SIBO, parasites? All these things contribute. They all form one big, terrible, awful situation that so many of my clients, continue to consult me with from all over the world. So let's give you some really good information in this video today on how you can finally get rid of dysbiosis. Now, this is based on 27 years of clinical practice. I've treated now in excess of 30,000 patients in my clinic with all kinds of different diseases relating to immune dysfunction, thyroid and adrenal dysfunction, gut dysfunction, parasites, autoimmune diseases. The list goes on and on and on. I can tell you now, most people I see need to get digestive overhaul. They need their gut fixed up. There's no doubt about it. A lot of it's got to do with the kind of lifestyles and diets that my patients have. We live in the 21st century. We live in a very stressful time when people haven't got time really to do a lot anymore. We were told that technology was going to solve all our problems and free up our time, but in fact it hasn't done that. It's made us more hurried and worried and stressed than ever before. So a lot of this contributes to our gut dysfunction. So what are some basic things we can do to really get this condition sorted? Well, if you saw my video before about the causes of gut dysbiosis, we spoke about pharmaceutical drugs, we spoke about stress, and we spoke about diet. Those are three core things. So obviously intelligent people, when it comes to treatment, need to tackle causes. So go back and look at that video on the causes of dysbiosis. If you're a slave to a pharmaceutical medicine long term, you're crazy, because you'll never get rid of dysbiosis. Any more than, if you're a person who's got massive debt on a property and doesn't want to pay it back, well, you'll be a slave to that forever. You've got to understand that drugs are going to ruin your health and cause, an early mortality if you stay a slave to them. So you try and work out why you're taking this drug and fix up the cause so you don't need to take it. All right? So that's rule number one. If you're taking a pharmaceutical, maybe a headache pill here or there, I'm not so worried. But if you're taking a drug every day to block acid production, or a drug every day for acne treatment, an antibiotic, or some kind of arthritis pill long term, then and you're watching this and you want to get your gut right, you've got to get off these drugs. If you can't do that, then this is where the video stops, and then you need to go and watch something else, because we're not really going to get anywhere with you. But if you're committed, and I take it you are, or you wouldn't be watching this now, and you want to come right, go and see a healthcare professional about how you can get off that stuff. All right? For example, if we look at the drug Nexium for blocking stomach acid production, in North America in 2014, there was $6.2 billion in sales. That's a hell of a lot of people with gut reflux. And you can't tell me that all of those people have developed it for no darn reason. A lot of those people will be drinking beer and eating pizzas and eating crappy food and living high-stress lifestyles and not sleeping enough. This is part of the equation. I think you get the picture. So pharmaceutical drugs, if you're on those, you need to get off them if you want to get a result. The other big thing is stress, of course, the lifestyle, If we want to get a good result, we need to really understand that you need to make some changes with how you're living. You maybe need to organize your time a bit better, the work-play balance. Try and understand that if you're leading a very stressful and a hurried life, that you'll probably never really get a really good digestive system. The gut is very much affected by stress on multiple levels. I did a video previously that you might want to look at about, again, the causes. I talk about stress and the gut and how that actually affects it. Lots of women, for example, with children, young children, find it hard to eat their meals themselves. They'll eat very quickly while they're with the kids. Lots of guys and women who work in corporate life drink too much coffee during the day and too much booze at night. They're on their electronic devices all day, and then they're on electronic devices all night. It's not very conducive for good health when you've got a diet that's completely out of kilter and there's little time for downplay. All work and no play, you know the rest. It makes Jack and Jill dull people. So you need to really understand that work-life balance is the key thing here. If we can't get you to chill more, relax more, enjoy life more, we ain't going to get a result with dysbiosis. So that's number 2. Number 3, the diet. You really have to eat the right kind of foods to get on top of dysbiosis, right? Needless to say, drinking Diet Coke and having burgers and fries and takeaway food is not going to give you the outcomes you desire. I'm always recommending a really healthy, whole foods, natural diet for people, full of plant-based fibers, fresh, healthy foods, brightly coloured foods, high-quality proteins. I prefer not to drink any alcohol myself or have any fizzy drinks or things like that, any cola drinks. I like drinking green tea. I also have 1 cup usually of black tea per day, but the rest of the day I drink a pot of green tea. So if you want to have nice skin, drink green tea. If you want to have a good digestive system, if you want to have an outstanding digestive system, avoid alcohol for 3 months. Come back and talk to me. And I think you'll find, you'll agree with me that even drinking 1 beer or 1 wine a week will have a significant impact on your gut. If you're serious about health, you need to make some serious changes. One of my good mentors, Dr. James Wilson, used to say to me, he told his patients, take your health seriously or take it somewhere else. So if you're serious about health, why the hell would you want to wait till the doctor's told you that you've got a tumor or cancer before you make those changes that you need to be making right now, okay? You can still have fun, but you don't have to be drinking booze to have fun. Remember that, right? So always look for the most destructive habits in your life right now when it comes to eating and drinking, and make those changes now. Don't wait till you get the diagnosis. What about natural treatment? Well, this is part of the reason why I designed CanXida, the CanXida dietary supplements. And I did that because after many, many years of clinical practice, I found that using all kinds of different herbal medicines and nutritional medicines and homeopathic medicines and even allopathic medicines, I've used everything in my clinic. I worked in medical clinics for 15 years on and off. So after prescribing every kind of thing I could find on the internet and through companies, I decided to make my own products. And I did that for a very good reason, because I wanted to give patients what I thought were the very best kind of products to make. And that's why I developed CanXida. The first product I made was called CanXida Remove. And I think it's the best antifungal, anti-parasite, antibacterial you're going to find anywhere. And I'm not saying that lightly. I believe it's the best in terms of the raw materials I've used, the formulation, and the proprietary method how I've put this together in a slow release form. So if it's not the best product you've ever used for gut dysfunction, you need to email me and let me know why. And if it's not working for you, then it's because you're not working for it. You're doing something wrong. You can't have a can of Diet Coke and then take a pill. You can't stay up till 3 o'clock in the morning liking people on Facebook and then taking a pill. You've got to get the balance right. You've got to get the sleep improved, got to get the diet improved, and the supplements are the icing on the cake, okay? That's what I want you to think. They're the icing on the cake. So when you do everything right and you take a very high quality product, you don't need a whole bunch of stuff, right? You don't need it. Thousands of patients from around the world now have sent me incredibly good feedback on CanXida Remove. So I know this product works, and I'm sure it'll work for you too. The second product I made is called CanXida Restore. And again, what I did, how I usually make products, is I have a look at everything on the market. I put them on a spreadsheet, I pull them apart, and I start realizing the strengths and weaknesses of different things, and then I put my own slant on it. And CanXida Restore is the finest probiotic enzymatic formula you're going to find on the market. It's also in a proprietary release formula. It's in a very special capsule at slow release, and it's going to work very, very effectively. It's a perfect companion to the CanXida Remove. Apart from that, I'm working on a very special multivitamin right now with a antifungal back base. So that's going to be perfect for people with any kind of digestive problem, or even just someone like me who's healthy who wants to avoid any kind of gut problem in the future. It's perfect for travel. It's just perfect for having it at home. So it's going to be the ideal multivitamin. So those 3 products are going to make up my CanXida system. I've also developed a cream which will be developed, which is being developed now, which hopefully will come out in the market within the next 2 months. It's a cream that can be used for any kind of Candida problem, whether it's a personal care problem for women or men, or just a skin irritation in general. So that's my CanXida system I've developed. So I believe they're first-class medicines, natural medicines to use for these sort of conditions. So just remember that when you're treating gut dysbiosis and you want to get the best result, you need to look at a holistic treatment that embraces all sorts of aspects: eating, drinking, living, sleeping, the stresses. It combines all of those factors. You can read more on yeastinfection.org. You can also go to ericbakker.com and have a look at some of my hundreds of articles I've written on there, and I hope that gets you on the right track. And if you have any questions, you can email me, of course. Please go to my YouTube channel, Candida Crusher YouTube channel. You'll find now over 500 videos on that channel. I believe it's probably the most comprehensive channel on YouTube channel currently for gut health and Candida. And I'm going to keep on making these videos because I'm getting great feedback from you guys. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, and I hope it's given you some benefit. Thank you.